I'm going to the solutions here, and in the solution, my solution name is training. So in this training solution, I have one application already we have developed yesterday. Okay, and so I'm just creating a new application over here. Tablet mode. So here, uh, we are having one option like we can get the details from the Azure AD so that on the app on start. So I'll be declaring my details. Okay. So I can set a variable called var user, and my user details are coming from the user function. Okay. So here, this is my user function. So when the application is started, okay, all the details related to my user. So the user who has logged in will be stored in the global variable called set variable, and I have declared this content into this variable. So hereafter, I will not call the user function. I will be taking my details with respect to this var user. So all my details will be stored here with respect to my var user. Okay. So I have declared it on the app on start. So there is a function called on start. So you click on the app button over here, and in the left side pane, you will be having some properties called, so many properties are there. So I have written on the on start of this app. So when I started this application, then my entire details will be stored in this var user. Okay. So let me check here. So I'm just taking a label on the screen. So I just wanted to display my name here. So which is stored in the var user. So var user dot full name. So if I click on this full name, so I'll be getting my full name here. So which is already there in the Azure. So when the credentials, when you are taking the credentials, so how your name is indicated there, so that name will be displayed in the label here. So similarly, I wanted to display my email. Then I can display by using var user dot email. So my email ID will be stored here, displayed here in the label. So likewise, I did not, the same can be, the same can be displayed by using the user function also. So instead of writing I'm var user, I'm using user function, then I'm getting the same result. Then what is the difference between these two? So here, when you call a function, every time, then the Power App has to execute the function so that during the large applications, it may take some load. So as a good developer, you have to reduce the load on the application so that the performance of the application should be very much fast. So for that reason, every time instead of calling this function, I am storing this entire data in a particular variable, global variable, and I can recall that values which are stored in the variable at any time of my application. So that is the uh, first, like optimization technique before starting the application. So what I did here, I just stored this user function entire data in the global variable var user, and I am calling all the values with respect to this global variable only instead of calling every time user dot full name or user dot image or email, whatever it may be. So if you have a profile picture, you can also have the image also here by using this user function. Okay. So I have stored these things, and before that, I just wanted to have some, like uh, introduction type of thing, like landing page like that thing. So I can just design my screen by having with so available icons and shapes like this. So you can also utilize the Figma models in the application, But meanwhile, like for the training purpose and these things, I'm just utilizing whatever the icons I have in my Power Apps. With that only, I'm just designing the application like this. Something like this, you can design as per your requirement or so a little bit some kind of design I'm just putting some star over here. And also you can utilize some media files. So I'm just uploading one media file over here. So I have uploaded one earth rotating here. So just like this, and I can insert a button also or a rectangle or whatever it may be. Or I'll take one container. So in this container, I am just placing this. For this container, I'm just putting some drop shadows, some colors. Like this, simple. This is Arial. Center aligned. Copy paste. Else welcome. I am present. I can use where user dot full name. So it is showing like this. So I just wanted to have some space. So I'm just putting one blank space over here so that it is concatenating my name along with this welcome label. And I'm just placing my company name here. So, yeah, this is my company name like this. So here is kind of, design, some small basic design it is like whatever I have with my controls and all, I've just designed one type of thing here. So here, when you take another screen, then, so for example, if the app is on started, the play mode, it will be shown like this. So here, you can also include one timer, right? So I just wanted to have the timer, like for example, for 4 seconds, it should be enabled, and I'm putting auto start here. And after that, on timer end, there's a property called timer end, on timer end. I'm just writing a code, navigate is a function which will be navigating to the required screens. Okay, right. Now what happens? Let us see. The timer is auto started. 1, 2, 3, and 4. After 4 seconds, the page has been navigated to the screen 2. So like that, I can also do some dynamical things here. So, but during this time, I don't require this timer to visible to the end user. So I just click on the visible button to off. Then I can is a real-time application like this. So after 4 seconds, it will be directed and navigated to the screen number 2. Okay. So this is how you can develop some landing screens and all. So it's a basic representation. Okay, so based on the timing and everything, based on the requirement of the client, you can design the screens as per your requirements. So right here now I'm just landing to the screen number 2, and in the screen number 2 I'm placing my collections over here. So as of now I did not use any backend data source. I just utilized whatever the available things are there in the Power Apps. Now I just wanted to start my application here, just taking name. Okay, and just taking this as Arial 20. This is bold. Okay. Or else I can just have some interaction over here, like interface kind of thing. I'm just taking rectangle. This is rectangle. Just designing the application here. Keep designing. Same copy paste this thing. And put a white color here. Okay. So here I can use, in the double quotes I'm writing the text hello. Same, just whatever I have done in the previous page, same thing I'm just using here, where user dot name. Okay, and I can also put my image profile picture, and I can just take one image control over here. I'm putting on the top right side of this 40 by 40 size I'm taking, or else 50 by 50. Can take radius also 50. It turns into the round circle. Here it is where user dot image. So if there is no image, you will not find any image over here. So my image is not uploaded here. So that's why this is the thing. Right. So what kind of small UI? So I've just taken name here, and after that, to enter the name, user has to have a text input. Both are aligned here. I have to remove this default, and hint text I can write enter your name. Right. So here, this is also make sure that all the font and font sizes are similar. I can control these two controls. I can copy and I can paste. Name, and after this is mobile. So here I don't want to have text input, so that file number. So I can change the format from text to number here, so that I can enter only numbers. Okay, I cannot enter the text here. After that, I can again paste it. This is the place. Enter your city name. Okay, and after that, I just wanted to have one date of birth column. So date of birth. So here I cannot take this text input. I can take a date picker. Simply I can search for the date picker and place here. Okay. So I just have these 4 fields. This is enough for us as of now. So I just wanted to create a collection. So for that I will be using a button. So this is a submit. Okay. Right. So on this button, I will be creating a collection. Collect. Okay. So my collection name is call names or else call users. I can take it as, and I'm putting comma, and collection will be declared with respect to the flower basis. I'm taking name field. So for that name field, I'm just taking whatever the text input one containing the text. Okay. And for the mobile, text input one underscore one dot text, and place text input one underscore two dot text, and date of birth is the date picker one dot selected date. Okay, so with these details, I'll be collecting all the data in a collection called call users. So how to declare a collection means, first you write a collection name over here, and after that in the flower basis you have to write all the details that you wanted to have. So I wanted to have name, mobile number, place, date of birth, which are available in the controls. The control names I have written over here. So text input one dot text, text input one underscore one dot text, one underscore two dot text, and date picker one dot selected date. So with these collection, I can, so here also you just have the same font size and all. So enter your name. My name is Santosh. Mobile number is 12345678. City, Hyderabad. My date of birth is 2011, September 1st. Mistake. So I have collected it. And where to see this collection? So in the Power Apps, you have two flexibilities to see the data, which are the form of, gallery and data table. So I can take a gallery, a blank gallery, a blank vertical gallery. So this is a blank vertical gallery. Okay. So before this, I just wanted to have another rectangle. So this is a ribbon type rectangle here. I'm just taking like this. I'm making this display to view. I'm taking so this is I'm putting into white color. Name, mobile, dot city, control V, and after that date of birth. That one more field I'm taking. Just taking one more field called action. Okay. So here I can adjust as per my requirement. Now this gallery, so right down in the rectangle, and I can take up to here. I can adjust it, and this is my template height of the gallery. So I just connected to this gallery items property. So I am giving the data source to this item property. So here I am giving my collection names, all users. So I have given my collection name to the item property of the gallery so that it will be displaying the items which are available in the gallery. Okay, so I'm just copying here and I'm pasting on the gallery. This is my table which is stored in the gallery. So here I have to give this item property. That means for every gallery there are multiple records. So for multiple records, that item, so each item corresponding value will be stored in the name. So this item dot name I have stored in with respect to the name. So it is showing as a name. Then Control C, Control V. So here I can give you this item dot mobile. Control V again. This item dot place. This item dot date of birth. Okay, so here I can change my date of birth way of representing. So I don't want to see this kind of confused data. So I can write text of this item dot date of birth, and in the double quotes I can write date, date, month, and year. I can show like 1st September 2011. And I wanted to have action on this. So I just wanted to edit this thing. So I can write an icon. I can take an icon. And take any one of this, or I can change it to edit pencil icon. If I wanted to edit the record, I can edit it. Or else if I wanted to delete the record, I have to delete it. So there are many icons are available here. So I can delete and I can edit it. Right. So this is how my application is existing. And here I wanted to add one more thing. So NGV mobile number is 434456, something like this, from Pune. The date of birth is 2005 August 10. Submitted. New record has been created. Some other person. So here by default, I have collected these collections like this. But if I wanted to have edit, for example, unfortunately, I have given the same date of birth for these two guys, and the name has been wrong and the mobile is also wrong. So I wanted to edit it. So what we have to do then? So this is the collection. So on the gallery item property of the collection, you have to declare few properties for editing. So what I am doing is on the selection of this editing, I am declaring a local variable called update context. Okay, and this var edit and colon true. That means I wanted to edit this record. So var edit is true, comma, where this item is this item. So this is how I wanted to declare a local variable. Here I am declaring two variables called var edit true as well as var this item. That means this item, whatever the record is existing, so I am storing in this var this item, and I am saying to the Power Apps that I wanted to edit it. So here, based on these two things, I wanted to change my text input properties. So here, I wanted to tell to this text input, if this var is true, then place var this item dot name over here, otherwise put some blank. So this logic I'm applying for all the controls, because if this variable is true, then I'm saying to the text input to store this item dot name, otherwise just simply show the blank. So similarly here also, if variable is true, then place var this item dot mobile number, otherwise blank. Similarly to this, place otherwise blank. So here also, instead of today date, I'm showing dot dob. Otherwise show the today's date. Okay, now let us check whether it is coming or not. So if I click on this, then this record data is displaying over here. If I click on this data is displaying over here. If I click on this data is displaying here. So I got a perfect placement of the labels and also editing of the existing data. Now you wanted to change the existing data. That means you wanted to modify the data which is available in the. So here, where is the possible thing? Like here, just clicking on the gallery is nothing but the selection of this particular item. But changing will be happen only on the button. So here, I have to write a condition here. If valid is true, then update the collection by using a patch function. All users update the collection by using the patch function, and for which record means for this item record, and the entire things whatever you have declared with the same thing, otherwise take the new collection. So simple, I have written the code here. Just what I am saying is, if the var edit is true, when you are selecting on the gallery is true, then patch to the existing record with respect to the all the labels which are available in the top. Okay, otherwise collect as a new collection with respect to the existing records, existing controls. Only I have used the if else condition over here. Let us check whether it is working or not. So I'm just selecting this record and I am changing the phone number to this number. Yes, my record has been updated. Again, I wanted to change the name. Yes. So it is changing this. So, and I wanted to place some more here. I wanted to change the date of birth, 1992, July 7th. 7th July 1992. It is working fine. And some more things like here, when this submit button is there, I wanted to change it to the update. Same formula I'm using, whatever the formula which I have used for every other controls. So if where edit is true, then in that case, display as update. Otherwise, show it as a submit. Okay. Now you can see when I'm selecting it, it is showing as an update. But what happens when you coming back from other screen to here? The problem is, tell you. So I'm coming back to the original screen, but it is still in update mode only because I did not selected any other controls in the gallery, even though it is showing update. The reason is we have declared, we have enabled this variable as a true. So that's why it is showing as a true. So that's why and this is very important to close the variables while you leave from the screen. Otherwise, it may lead to a lot of errors. So where edit becoming false. Then it will become submit again. So let us check now. Yes, now it became submit. So that's how, like I have declared a variable to true, then I need to make it as a false before I leave from the screen if it is not required to use. So that's why you have to maintain the true, opening and closing of the variable. So where I have written this false condition is on visible of the screen too. So I made it as a false. And also I can do some more interactive things by using the single variable. So you can observe how we are playing with respect to the variables. So here, same formula I'm applying here. If validity is true, then I'm saying this to color dot green or else color dot blue, like this. So I can use different type of fill colors. So based on our requirements and all. Just will check it out. When it becomes update, it becomes green. Okay. So like this. So this is updating the records in the collection. And there is a trash icon is there. If you wanted to remove it, simply utilize the formula of remove this item. Call users, comma, this item. So let us check whether it is removing it or not. Removed. Removed. Okay. After editing the record, I just wanted to make it as false because still it will be there. So here I can write it. Same closing condition update context var edit as false, because after editing this record it becoming still in the same update mode. So that's why I wanted to change it. So I wanted to change first to July, then again after this it becomes to the normal position. I wanted to add one more record here. It okay. So this is how we can see it, and we can also add some validations on the labels. For example, if I, without writing my name, if I am entering my mobile number and I'm just putting this, so that will be a blank fields available in the gallery, which is not looking good. So I can write the validations to the submit button. Before submitting this, I can write some validations over here. So for that, again writing a if condition, if is blank of text input one dot text. So this is if it is a blank, text input one is blank, then notify me that name should not be blank or something like that. And this notification type is error type of things, and there is a timer for 2000 seconds, milliseconds, 2000 milliseconds. So it will be notify me like this. I'm just copying all these, paste, again paste, closing my if condition. So here text input one underscore one, text input one underscore two. So here it will be mobile number. Mobile number should not be blank, and here it is place should not be blank. So if all these are true, then only it will be patching that data which is available. So let us check it out. I'm just submitting it. One error. We have to use not is blank. One. So there is a text input one dot text is blank. So that's why it is throwing an error. So name should not be blank. It will be not patched it. I'm just entering my name. Now I'm patching this, and it is saying me like mobile number should not be blank. I'm also entering my mobile number. And after that, place should not be blank. I'm just writing place. Then it is patching, right? And I'm editing my name here. and update it. Okay, and also when it is patched, it user wants to know that your details have been patched like this. So notify, okay, data is submitted, and this notification type is success. We can also have these things, or else we can also have one pop-up kind of thing. Right. So here data is submitted. So similarly for the update also we can write it, or else in some other cases, like you can also have one kind of pop-up things here. Just taking one container. This container is placed on the screen. Okay. So for this fill color, it's taking this one. So one kind of transparent color I've taken. In the Google, you can find mark each. You can take any one of the mark, save the image, come to this Power Apps, add a media. Take it out. Put it label, data submitted. Arial 40. Okay, so this is like this. So you can say to the end user with a notification type of things, and for this automatically you can end this by using a timer again. So for 4 seconds I am placing this timer, and on the button I am just create context, add timer. So I am giving this timer to the this timer on start. I'm giving this where timer to this, and at the end, on the timer end, I'm just closing that variable where timer to false. So for this container to visible when I declare the where timer as a true, I'm just submitting this. So data submitted successfully, and after ending my timer, it will be going back again. new item. I've submitted it again. Data submitted successfully, and then my timer is running back end and it is going away. So like this, we can do some kind of application in the Power Apps by using this number of variables. So after this, I'm just publishing this version and I can be utilizing in a real time.